Hello! I am missing. You are the millions of my Nug Nug Navy. Or like 5 of my Nug Nug Navy. And this is my Jack Link's Squash Beef Jerky. Is it Jack Link's Squash Beef Jerky coffee mug that kind of looks like it's drooling coffee right now that you probably can't see, but I find absolutely hilarious. But, and this is the lovely game of Timberborn that I am horribly late on making a video for because, you know, 2-year-olds. Jack Link's Beef Jerky. Started on the back the whole time. Love that coffee mug. I think we're beef jerky. My mother-in-law bought it for me for Christmas. I bloody well love that thing. Anyhow, so where we left off last time. Sorry, I use a stopwatch to make sure that I'm recording the proper amount of time, because otherwise I go way over and I make a 35.5 hour long video. Was that I had horrible nightmares of playing this game, and everything was horrible, and everybody died over and over again, and this game hates me, I think? I actually don't remember. I'm gonna go watch my own last video towards the end and see what was going on. I'll be right back. Alright, so, yeah, now that I'm back. Also, I guess you didn't know, if you only watch my Timberborn stuff, new room. Yeah, let me turn my mic audio down a little bit. That is clipping out. But yeah, we moved the house around. It's part of why I haven't put up a video in a while. It's been very busy. Yeah, we're blowing stuff up now. Blowing some things up. The village is starting to come along. We have quite a large amount of water reserve, which is, I think was the biggest problem last time, was trying to get this water reserve set up. We're at 576 food, we have no logs in place, 390 water. I think the log situation will be taking care of itself here shortly, but also we just have a lot of building going on, so it's not going to take care of itself. Really, it's just going to be a perpetuating problem where the logs are kind of being used up as we go. Hey, you know, don't forget to like and comment on the video. I know I always feel like a shill asking that, but also, apparently, it really raises your odds of getting people to do that, and it would really help me out if you do. And since Timberborn is becoming my most watched videos analytically, watch time-wise, which is the most important thing, do the thing. I think I'm going to be putting out some more content here soon. Maybe not good content, but some more baseline content. Remember, everything I do, every game I play, I do a little bit differently. So if you enjoy one thing, but you don't enjoy another, feel free to just not watch that one thing. And subscribe. That's the thing I need. I need subscribers to start making anything on YouTube, which like doesn't matter personally. I'm more here for just like, you know, the people, the things, and the whatnot. But like, also, you know, would like to keep doing this once my daughter starts school and I stop having excuses to be home all the time. Oh God, 2-year-olds. She's not that horrible for a 2-year-old, but man, she is a handful to try to record videos around her schedule. Luckily right now, she's with the wife at the mother-in-law's, and I am a free dad to do what I will, and I have chosen to take care of beavers for your enjoyment. But I think I'm going to start some Stardew Valley playthrough, on top of trying to do my Dead by Daylight stuff, which is inconsistent at best, but also, you know, Dead by Daylight. I hate that game. Mostly hate, but also love. It is one of my favorite competitive games. But anyhow, I am going to cut from here, see exactly what I'm going to be working on, and be back once I know what's going on. So we do have a 30-day dry season that we are in the beginning, third of. I am leveling everything down to match our town hall's district center, so we don't have to waste space on stairs and everything, because every block matters with this small of a map, and on this difficulty, every one of them does. Obviously, we will have like stuff like this that's still up. We can't level this down until we have some way of dealing with it and stuff, but in the meantime, yeah, we're just blowing up what we can, getting things down, getting some more water levels down, getting some more space for trees, because that's the most important thing, really. So I'm just doing kind of some of that simple city planning stuff now, which is kind of nice that we're not just in pure survival mode. Obviously, maybe this dry season won't go great and we'll end up in just death. But I hope not. I mean, the thing about this water preserve we have right here is it's really big on that first level, and then it drops and it's smaller and smaller. Once we start getting some explosive set and shrinking and like enlarging it with depth, it'll be better. But it reduces the deeper you go. So it looks bigger than what it is, really. So that is honestly a tragedy when you think about it. I am breaking this out over here and putting in floodgates as well, so I can actually put these up when dry season's announced to get that thing as full as possible so we don't lose any water going into dry season. It is an annoyance to have to manually do that all the time, but also it will preserve just that extra little bit of water. It's not like I'm not watching this game the whole time right now anyhow. At some point I will want this to get to the point where I can not have to watch it and it will be just taking care of itself. We're just not quite there yet, so, you know, when we are, we will be, but we just aren't. Maybe that day will come. We do have quite a lot of reserved water if, you know, we do run out during this dry season. But let's really hope that this water preserve can last 30 days. I'm not confident, but I'm not horribly distraught with the idea that it won't. We'll obviously just have to see where we're at. Blown up quite a bit of stuff. We got the staircase over here done, so we are going to be bringing down this plateau. This staircase up here is finishing up right now, which will let us clear out this wood and start making a nice big water reservoir up here. That's going to be about the height of that is my plan. I'm going to let the water flow. When I ultimately get done with this, I plan on having water coming on either side, so it'll flow from either side out of those rocks. But the leveling flags are placed. We're really getting there. A lot of this is going to be down to the lowest point I can on the map. Whenever the update comes out where I can, on this map, like, actually level terrain and build dirt, we'll see what we can do more with that. But for right now, things are doing really well. We need to put in some place for some wood storage because I don't have any of that. We are out of water. A lot of that's because we finished another water reserve, like another large water tank. We do have a lot of water held back, and we have 11 days left, and we do have some water left actually down here. Since our food production and our wood production is majority not off of our actual water source anymore, I think that we're going to be okay. We may fall behind some on food, and we may need to catch up on water once everything is built, but we aren't horrible, and I think that maybe we'll be okay. Honestly, not far from where I expected. Not horribly far from where I expected. Like, I knew that this was going to go dry, and I kind of figured this was, that was going to go dry. So, I didn't expect it to go dry this early. I kind of thought we were going to be hitting towards the end, but I also didn't expect to finish the large water tank. I kind of figured that, like, we were going to be behind on gears before we ever got done with it. So, but we did. So we really just have that water in storage that I thought we would still have sitting down there in the basin, which just means it's not evaporating. So, like, really, it's kind of a good thing, all in all. As long as this stuff keeps growing and we still keep food up, we should be alright. Which we do have a lot of bread, which is very filling and good food. So, we'll see. We do have to kind of think about how we're going to grow the underwater crops, which with this game mode I think is going to be in-game kind of ideas, which might be what we do with this, what I'm thinking about doing over here. Really, I have no clue what I'm thinking about doing with that. But we will, we'll find that out when we get there. Really have to just kind of figure that out then. Alright, so I've got this up here dammed up some, and we are starting to outline what's going on. I don't want to waste wood, so I got this guy up here just cutting all these maples down, because this is a lot of wood up here when you think about it. But he's going to cut all those down, and then I'm going to outline what's going to actually be the giant, tall, water preserve kind of thing, and then blow down the outside of this. It's going to go all the way to the outside wall, and then down, and then spill over right there into that. And I'm setting up a little bypass over here so we can start working on the actual dam, and I'm going to set down a ramp to where they can start one layer at a time leveling out the actual, what's going to be the actual river, the actual stream. I needed to make sure that they had a way through while I put in place the levee there. But everything's actually starting to get built a little bit faster, which is awesome. And then from here, let's see, I don't know how exactly I want to take this. This piece will get destroyed here in a second. Once that's all done, I'm going to kind of wait. It looks like they're working on it now. But dry season's getting ready to get done. It looks like we used exactly 100 water a day, almost precisely, for my 64 beavers, roughly. Looks like we used almost exactly 100 waters a day. So it ended up being almost perfect to where we're going to be coming out of dry season right when they're running out of water. So that's awesome. Food never even kind of dipped down, which tells me I'm kind of overproducing. I don't want to start producing less. Wood's still, you know, an issue, but I would rather wood be an issue than food, personally. This is now done. But those are the things, yeah, I mean, I'm leveling everything, kind of going from this edge. I'm going to start working on leveling things, making this nice, beautiful dam up here, and I'm going to start working on walling off the river here and leveling it going from back here back. I'm going to leave everything kind of set up. I'm just going to set priorities to try to get it done in that direction. Whatever gets done other than what I'm prioritizing, that's amazing. It's just, I'm going to be focused on those things and setting it as a higher priority so that it kind of, you know, at least I'm focusing on something, because otherwise it kind of just becomes a little beaver free-for-all, if you will. Now I can set in path. Which, I think I'm gonna set that there and then come down with stair. So that way they can hit all of those there too a little bit easier. And I want to see if I can level this down another level. I want to hammer that, and I need to set in the rest of my explosives here. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to blow some more stuff up. Last day of dry season, and everybody is thirsty. We are starting to lose some beavers. I hope that we don't lose a lot. Looks like we have 14, 15, 16 jobs, 18 jobs. 21? Guys, come on now. We've literally got water coming. You just gotta chill for just a moment. It's not even gonna be a whole day before you start getting water. You just gotta believe in yourselves. We still got 39 beavers, so it's not like they're not gonna breed back up. It's just, you know, beavers being beavers. Being fussy about it. Have to be careful about jobs for a little bit. Next season, next dry season, we should have more of the river cleared out, so it means more water. Hopefully. Probably don't have any workers in these buildings now. That should be okay. So a couple thirsty beavers, it looks like. We ended up with 32 adults, 10 children left over. Looks like 24 empty beds, and we only had 4 empty beds beforehand, so we lost a substantial amount, but we're not in peril. We'll be okay. But yeah, no, that's unfortunate. All right, scratch all my hopes and dreams. We haven't even gotten started on restocking our water supply, and the next dry season's already been announced, which is awesome. I'm hoping it's a short one, but yeah, we've gotten nowhere. I'm super excited about it, if you can't tell. Like literally, I think that it just started overflowing this dam when I heard the tink tink tink. We've managed to stock up a whole 270 water, and we've gotten some babies in, but we've done nothing. Maybe that means that they'll just drink less water, I'm hoping, throughout the season. I don't know. Yay, I guess. Yippee. Cowabunga dudes. I couldn't be more excited. We are done farming the wood up here, so I guess I'm going to path up my outline here. If you guys want to hang out with me for that and see the creative process at work, the behind the scenes that you don't usually see, missing being special. So it's gonna go a little like this. And like that, and then like that, and bam. And that's gonna be a big water well. Somehow I'll have to get beavers all the way down to put explosives in. But that's the plan. Groovy. And then we'll blow up the outside as it goes down. That doesn't make sense because it won't work that way. We'll have to like staircase our way down. So what we actually need to think about is like once we blow these ones up, putting in like a rail around somehow. Yeah. No, I guess we need to just set up explosives going around it and start getting everything completely leveling out. We'll leave that section right there for now because it's kind of level with the part down there. I know most of these explosives won't work out, but you know, it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. And also, yeah, that part down there will level when we get this part level. So that's what we're dealing with. Anyhow, yeah, we'll see how this dry season goes, and that'll probably be the end of this video. Great news. It is only a 17.9 day dry cycle, and I forgot to mess with my floodgates. So like that is a bloody lifesaver. Like that is, whew, a breath of fresh air. I feel like I shouldn't be struggling with this as much as I am. I feel like this shouldn't be this bad. I think maybe it's just because it's starting out. I think it'll be fine. I think once we get everything built up in the infrastructure and this dug out and everything, like we'll be fine. I think we'll be okay. I think it's just because it's early and I'm just trying to get explosives. I think that's the issue. I'll keep telling myself that. Here, it's over. At least that one was a simple one. We are building this part of the dam just so that I can start kind of seeing where our future endeavors are going to lie. I'm hoping that the next dry season or so is not too bad, otherwise this might be the keystone of my failure. What I should do is leave out one piece so that the water can still flow evenly. That's a really, really good idea. That's a really, really good idea. So that way it can fill up still and be useful to me, just in case. Like, we're only wasting the actual wall pieces while we blow this down, so we have... Actually, it'll be a lot more space once we have that blown down. But explosives are taking forever because wind power being inconsistent, which is why I'm building the larger windmills, and I'm going ahead and building a second paper mill because we are running out of paper, which may be because we're building the larger windmills that use paper, but I digress. I'm going to put this at max priority because this one large windmill is the only thing keeping us going sometimes throughout these windless seasons, set periods, and we really need some production. I did go ahead and start this wall just because we had a lot of extra wood coming in, and they were actually stopping cutting down trees because our storage was full. So I did not want that to happen when I knew I had future projects that were going to be using a lot of wood. I wanted trees to be constantly getting cut down and regrown. Now, let us hope, beyond hope, that this wet season lasts long enough for us to get completely restocked on water. I am going to go ahead and get rid of... I'm going to pause this. Let's see. Let's make sure I'm not being stupid here. These hold 300. These hold 30. So 30, 60, 70, 80. I mean, it would take 10 of them to make one of these. So we can get rid of 4 of them to put in 1 more of these. I know that this is space-wise not efficient. These will get moved later. Right now, this is just a place for these to be shoved. Looks like I'll be able to fit 1 more in right there. I don't want to do that yet. I want to try to let it get built first. Large windmill, obviously, first, though. And explosives before that. And the wall can kind of get built as it gets built. We have that priority set to that. Explosives up here are getting kind of placed when they get placed. So everything should be being set up pretty well, other than the fact that we messed up and let our world get flooded because we left up our barrier over there, which is what it is. This needs to go up. Otherwise, we're not holding back water to the full height of this wall. Really need water physics on when dry season starts coming out, because otherwise I don't see what's going on. On the bright side, that automatically filled that up. And I have thought about the storing and growing the water plants. I'm thinking about using the water dump and putting a wall, another one right here, and just kind of water dumping it full over there and growing my water plants there, maybe? Really, I could do it anywhere. I'm just thinking there because I don't know what I'm going to do with that little bit of land over there, and I don't want the dam to be any bigger. I feel like we're using too much space for it as already. And I know I could go smaller with the dam, probably, and go taller with it, but I want a lot of backed up water. So, I don't know. That might be what we do. It might not. Really, our food's good. I just want that food because obviously for the picture perfect town, you have all the food. You have everything the peepers could ever want. Anyhow, guys, that's all my time for today. Really appreciate you watching. If you did make it this far, thank you. I will try to let this play a little bit, maybe in some of my free time. Maybe there'll be a fast forward montage in the next video of all this stuff getting caught up and finished, because there's a lot of projects kind of in the works right now that, like, you know, it seems like we're spending some episodes just sitting and watching things get done, and I would prefer that you guys see big things happening in these videos. So maybe we'll see me switch up the way I'm doing these. Thanks for being here. Much love, guys. Missing millions.